At the same time, they say that they wish they had each other's lives. Right after they say that, the electricity goes out in the whole city and comes back. But one thing they don't know is that the fountain is actually a wish-granting fountain, and they wish to have each other's lives. In the beginning, we see Dave, who is a family man, living a regular, risk-free life. At his office, Dave is phone ambushed by his friend Mitch. Mitch is living an exciting life. Mitch invites Dave to a guy's night out. They arrive at a bar to watch the game. Mitch talks about his exciting hookups and all the women he has dated. Dave now thinks that he married too early and has always been a good student, missing out on all the fun. Mitch says that Dave has everything: a lovely wife and kids who love him, a nice house, and a good job. Meanwhile, Dave wants a life like Mitch's, where he gets to meet and go on dates with different women every night. He wants to smoke weed and do fun activities. Dave and Mitch both take a piss at a nearby fountain. They both envy each other's lives. At the same time, they say that they wish they had each other's lives. Right after they say that, the electricity goes out in the whole city and comes back. But one thing they don't know is that the fountain is actually a wish-granting fountain, and they wish to have each other's lives. The next morning, Dave wakes up acting all weird. Dave sees himself in the mirror and gets shocked by his appearance. We now find out that Dave and Mitch have switched bodies after they wish to have each other's lives. Meanwhile, Mitch, aka Dave, wakes up in Mitch's apartment and starts wondering how he got there. Dave, aka Mitch, comes to his apartment and sees Dave in his body. They both get shocked by the body swap. Dave and Mitch's body tries to choke Mitch, and Mitch pokes Dave's eyes. They realize that they changed bodies after they peed and wished to have each other's lives. They go to the spot where the fountain was yesterday, but the wish fountain is being restored and removed from its place. They go to the district manager, but nobody seems to know where they placed the fountain. They both decide to live each other's lives for a few days while they look for the fountain to swap back to their original bodies. Mitch goes to Dave's job at the law firm and joins a meeting, but he is unable to set the chair in the right position. The board asks Dave, aka Mitch, a question, but since Mitch doesn't know anything about being a lawyer, he gives random answers. Listening to his answers, an altercation broke up between members of two law firms and they left angrily. Meanwhile, Mitch, aka Dave, goes to the movie shooting location where Mitch has a role. Dave tries his best to behave like Mitch. It turns out that Mitch has auditioned for an adult movie role, and now Dave has to play the role. Dave reads from a card and acts very poorly. Dave doesn't want to play the role anymore, but he is threatened by the director. With no other option, Dave continues acting in Mitch's role. Meanwhile, Mitch sees Dave's daughter being bullied by someone. He advises her to fight back against her bullies, and tells her to solve her problems with violence. Mitch and Dave meet at the bar, where Mitch tells Dave that the meeting didn't go as expected, and now he has to do something exceptional to make both members agree on a deal. They both go to Dave's house to tell his wife, Jamie, about the body switch. They explain the story of how the switch happened, but Jamie doesn't believe them. To convince her, Mitch, aka Dave, tells her a story that only she and Dave know, but she thinks that Dave told that story to Mitch and beats both Dave and Mitch. Mitch is having dinner with Dave's family while, at the same time, Dave is visited by Mitch's girlfriend, Tatiana. In the morning, Mitch struggles to feed Dave's newborn twins. He asks Dave to immediately find the wish fountain. Jamie complains to Mitch, aka Dave, about Dave acting all weird around the family. Dave gives Mitch instructions on how to live his life, without anyone noticing that he is behaving oddly. Mitch sets up a date between Dave and Dave's office crush, Sabrina. We see that Mitch is becoming very good at living Dave's life. The bully again tries to push Dave's daughter, but this time she follows Mitch's advice and knocks the bully down. She is cheered on by Mitch. Everyone, including Jamie, is shocked at Dave's, aka Mitch's, behavior. We see Mitch forming a real bond with Dave's family. Meanwhile, Dave also starts to appreciate Mitch's carefree lifestyle. Mitch, aka Dave, goes to dinner with Sabrina. Sabrina tells Mitch, aka Dave, that she went on the date, only because Dave told her to. However, they both have fun during the date. Meanwhile, the district manager locates the fountain's location. But Mitch and Dave decide that they will switch back later. Meanwhile, Mitch will try to prove that he is not a quitter, and Dave will go on a second date with Sabrina. Mitch successfully completes the deal at Dave's job and proves his worth. Dave, aka Mitch, gets a promotion, and Mitch, aka Dave, is about to get laid. However, both Mitch and Dave realize that they no longer want to live the other person's life and want to get back to their own lives. Mitch, aka Dave, arrives at the country club and kisses Jamie, shocking everyone present there. Jamie now realizes that Mitch is actually Dave, and they were telling the truth about switching bodies. Dave and Mitch go to the fountain to pee and switch back to their original bodies. However, this time the fountain is located in the middle of a mall. Dave starts peeing at the fountain, but people around them suddenly stopped and stare at them. Mitch also starts peeing, but security comes after them. They immediately wish to return to their own lives, but it's not working. After many attempts, the lights go out, and they switch back to their original bodies. Meanwhile, Mitch wakes up in his apartment, and we see a tattoo on Mitch's back that says, "I love Dave."